thank you for recording this and getting it in progress. I appreciate it. So the program really is really simple, right? I mean, that's what it takes in order for something to be very successful. Is you, especially a home business, it's got to be simple. So what do I mean? I mean, this program doesn't require you to change anything in your life. You just get to keep doing what you've always done. What is that? You go out and spend money to live. That's it. Just like you normally do. You buy groceries, you buy gas, you pay your rent. All of those things you're going to do just like you've always done. Only now you're going to make money doing it. So that's a pretty cool thing, right? You don't got to change anything you're doing. It's like you get to continue doing the same things. And as the saying goes, you get the same result. But that's not true here. You get to do the same things and you get a different result than you've ever gotten before, because you're going to be able to make money doing the same old things. And because you make money doing what you've always done, and that is paying for your life, you can share it with other people, right? That's what the natural tendency is, right? You want to share it with your kids, your friends, family. That's what you want to do. So when you share it with them and they start to be able to make money by just spending money, they're going to be excited about it as well. And it's going to be a great program for them. And here's the cool part, is you get to make money off them just doing what they've always done. That's a pretty cool deal, right? I mean, that's really an incredible opportunity. And I'll tell you why it's so incredible, because there's 3 reasons why a home business is successful. I think it's really important for that you understand these. The first reason that you have to make, the one rule you've got to do in a home business in order for it to be successful, in any business for that matter, is that it has to be super easy. That's why they have franchises, right? Because it makes it super easy. Everything's already planned. Well, there's nothing easier than asking somebody to not change. People hate change. You don't got to ask them to change a single swinging thing. They just continue doing what they've always done, and now they're going to make money off of doing what they've always done. First thing, it has to be super easy. Nothing easier than that. Second thing, you want to be, if you're in a home business, and again, any business really, you want to be able to build it quickly. Well, the easiest way to build something quickly is to not have any resistance. And you don't have any resistance by doing the same old things, right? You just continue doing that. And so you can build a group of individuals who want to do this really easy, because you're not asking them to do anything different than they've been doing. So this creates the opportunity to grow something quickly. Now, the third thing that's very important in a business is that it has to be very lucrative. Well, think about it. First of all, it's super easy to do, right? And because it's super easy to do, the second thing that happens for you is that it builds really quickly, because you don't got any resistance to it. And because you have those 2 things, guess what ends up being? Very lucrative. So what am I talking about here? I'm talking about the VMM Cashback Cryptocurrency Rewards Program. Simply, this is what you do. You go out and you spend your money like you always have. Don't change anything. Do what you always done. And you now can make up to 50% cash back on the things you just spent money on. What a cool thing, man, right? You can make up to $320 a month. That's really remarkable. Make up to $320 a month. Oh, by the way, if let's say that month you have a lot of expenses and you make $500 in cashback cryptocurrency rewards, but you can only use 320 of them. So what happens to the rest? Well, most companies, most places, they just throw them out, right? They have to start again. Not here. Those are rolled over to the next month so that you get credit and continue to get credit for everything that you put in to building this ability to make back that $320 a month. Well, $320 a month is made by what? It's made by spending and doing what you've always done. So what can you do? Well, as this picture shows right here, it shows you that you can take all your receipts, take pictures of them, and then you send them in. And when you do that, you'll make up to 50% cash back. However, if you come in and you decide to participate, you're going to pay an annual fee, just like Costco, right? To be An annual member, it's $99. So you pay $99. When you do that, that qualifies you for all of the money that's available to you in this program. And it also allows you to take your credit cards, put them in the system, and now the AI, that is the artificial intelligence, goes in and is able to pull that information and be able to give you your ability to make your cash back automatically. So now how much time do you have to put into it? Like nothing? Really? That's all you got to do? And you can make up to $320 a month doing that. That really blows my mind. So now but what are you making when you do that? You're making that in VMM tokens. This is why it's called the VMM Cashback Cryptocurrency Rewards Program. So now you're going to have a VMM token. What can you do with that token? I'd like to talk just for a minute about a company you might have heard of before called Amazon. I remember when Amazon came out. It was like 1995 and they sold books. We had Barnes & Noble and Dalton selling books already. We had brick and mortars, right? I mean, it was like, who cares? And then about 3 years later, Jeff, the guy who ran the company, right, he looks at it and he says, you know, there's something to that. Maybe we ought to figure something else out. And so he started selling other products. And then from 1998 to 2023, look at what's happened. They have over 350 million products and over 2 million partner sellers. Now, book sales are less than 10% of all the sales in that company. He caught that vision and understood it. Let me bring you over to the Cashback Cryptocurrency Rewards Program. The VMM Cashback Program uses that VMM token. What can you do with it? Well, right now you can buy a lot of things with it. You can do beauty items, nails. I know we've got pillows, and there's a litany of other products that will be coming into play that you can actually take your token and use it to spend on those goods. So you can do that. In other words, it's just like Amazon here. They started out with a few companies, and now they've expanded. That's what you're seeing happen here with the VMM Cryptocurrency Rewards Program, because we have a team of people that are out looking for new applications or new products and new locations to use your VMM token. And they have a special program just for those merchants that is very motivating, and because they want to be a part of the program because they have an audience that's captive for them. And it also helps them to be able to advertise correctly and appropriately. So that's one of the reasons why this is important, because it took Amazon a while and we're just building ours, and it's going to build rapidly, but it's still going to take a little bit to happen. So what happens? Well, you go out and you spend your money, right? You're going to make online anywhere from 1% to 40% on a VMM Cashback Cryptocurrency Rewards. If you're using your card, you're going to make up to 50%. Or if you take the receipts and take pictures, you're going to make up to 50% of that you spent back in a cashback cryptocurrency reward. Now, once you have that reward, like we talked about, what can you do with it? Well, you can use it within the system to buy things because it has its value. But you could also take that token and you could go out and sell it for dollars, right? I mean, we've already seen what's happened with the token. First came out at what, 0.00001, and now it's gone up almost 4 times. I haven't checked to see the price today. I know, David, at the concluding of this, maybe you can take a look and let me know. You probably already know what it's moved up to. The token is continuing to rise in price. And so if you would have sold your token at the beginning for $100, you would be missing out 3 months later on about $400 for that same amount of token. So you had $100 worth, and today it's worth almost $400. What should you have done? It's not rocket science. All you would have had to do was hang on to that darn token instead of selling it for cash. You hold on to it, and you're going to see the value rise. It's a lot like Dogecoin. Dogecoin, remember, this is a coin that does nothing. Okay, at least there's some value in some tokens. I mean, look at the VMM token. What's its value? Its value is it's paying you for your data, for others' data on what they're spending, so that big data can be used to help advertisers. Well, this is a coin that had no use. It's a picture of a dog. And you invested $100 in it back in 2015. You wait 5 years, that same coin is going to be worth $772,000. That's what happens to a coin when there is a small supply and a large demand. Now, we have that in this coin. There is a small supply of sellers, and there's a much higher demand of people who want to buy it. I was just having this as a conversation today with Tice, and she and I were talking about what moves markets. She's a real estate agent, right? And so we talked about what happens when inventories are high and low. Where does it really, what determines the price? What always determines the price is the buyer, what they're willing to pay for it, right? And so you can see what happens to values when there's a small supply, and a huge demand. The other thing that makes the token valuable is the big data. Now, what do I mean? Companies like Facebook and Google, they've been stealing your data. You've been willingly giving it to them, whether you realize it or not. And they take that data and they turn it into dollars for themselves. They sell it to advertisers. They sell everything about you is sold away. Facebook does it with their Facebook page. Google does it with their Gmail. They got this down, right? Well, this program takes that whole idea and turns it on its head, 180 degrees. Now, you get paid for your data. No longer do you get it stolen from you. You now can sell that, and you sell that by participating in the VMM Cashback cryptocurrency rewards program. You will be rewarded VMM Token, which continues to go up in value. That's how you are able to sell your information. The concept is really revolutionary. I remember back in 2008, 2007, they were talking about, you're going to be able to sell your data and make money off it. So you're just giving it away. Has that happened? The only company I know that's done that is the VMM Cashback Cryptocurrency Rewards Program. It's the only one that has figured out how to do that for the public and help them to be able to, instead of give their data away, now they can make money off of it. Remarkable, really. There's one other thing that makes this token very valuable, and that's the CEO, Brian. Brian Wynn is brilliant, really. I've spent a lot of time with him, and we've had our discussions about what should and shouldn't. And I got to tell you, the guy is brilliant. He can think circles around me, which is pretty kind of disturbing. But he is brilliant. Let me tell you what he's done for all of us. He has spent the last 5 years, and I believe about $10 million now, he is spent in building this whole system. Before he ever launched it, he had to get all the parts and pieces in place so that it had a good foundation to be able to build on. The best way for me to explain this is in building, because I used to build homes and commercial buildings, lots of tilt-ups. I've done a lot of this stuff. And you know what's interesting is that when you're building a foundation, for instance, you'll notice a lot of times builders, they don't want to take the time, right? And so they just dig down a little ways to put in their footings, and then they put in all of the footings and piers right there close to the surface, and they build their building. Well, what happens in this area where I'm at, you could build on sand or very loose gravel. What could happen if you have a terrible flood or storm? Well, you're going to see a lot of those, especially if you live in California on the sand, right? You're going to see a lot of structures that will fall apart. That's just what happens because you haven't built them on stable ground. Brian has taken the time to build them on stable ground. When I say that, when you're a builder, what you're going to do, let's say you got 30 feet of sand, right? You're going to drill down through that sand till you hit bedrock, till you hit granite. And then you're going to drill a hole in that, and you're going to put some bolts, you're going to put some concrete, and you're going to put some rebar in that hole. And you're going to take that and make a series in a sonotube, they call it, this tube, and you're going to make a series of concrete and rebar that takes you all the way to the surface. That's called a pier. And then you're going to build a whole bunch of those around where the footings and foundation should go. Once you've built all those up to the surface, now what do? Well, you start putting a footing in, and you connect it all together with concrete and rebar. Now you have this footing that's all engineered so that it's sitting on top of the bedrock below. So now as the earth shifts, as winds come and rain comes, it's going to stay. That's why you ever notice when you go by and you're in the city and you look at a location where they're getting ready to build a big building, a skyscraper, do you notice how long it takes them? Because there's a hole there, it seems like, for like 2 years sometimes. Why? Because it takes time to build those piers and build that footing and that foundation on a solid foundation. It takes time, and nobody sees that. Nobody knows that's going on. Then once that's done, you start building the structure on top of that. How fast does it take for that building to rise? It's like the blasted thing popped out all in like a week. It's just amazing how quickly the buildings go up once they're on a sure footing and a sure foundation. That's what you have here with the VMM Cashback cryptocurrency rewards. You've got tens of millions of dollars that have gone into the software, into the research, into the marketing, all of it, so that you have a sure foundation to start building on. Now, all you have to do is start telling a few people, and for yourself, put more of your earnings that you have into it so that you can grow the structure for yourself. You know, actually go in the building and start accessorizing it, right? Put a couch in, right? Do the things it takes to make it really valuable for you. And you'll see that building goes up very fast. And you'll see that the tens of millions of dollars in funds that are there to back this up have real value. As the token goes up, you'll see that go up in value. That's what this is about. This is about leveraging what Brian has done so that we all can ascend together and be able to make a very lucrative, wealthy living off of it. Not just a living, but really what I like to call a legacy for your family. So how do you do it? People always ask, well, okay, that sounds great, Eric. What do you do? Well, here's what you do. You come in at our VIP package, which is $99. That's the package we have now for membership. So if you're going to join us, it's $99 for a year. That's all you have to pay. You pay that annually. That's just your membership fee, like Costco, right? Or what's that Walmart one called? I can't remember the name. What's the name of that Walmart company? I can't remember the name of the Walmart company. Anyway, you get to pay a fee, and now you get all these exciting deals. Well, what does it do for you here? You can come in and do a subscription. A subscription, 1 month subscription, is to the Cashback Rewards program is $150. Now you have that $150. You are now making money off of all your receipts. You make $320 and you spend $150. So that means you made what? $170. So you made $170. What did you do? Nothing. You did nothing different. Matter of fact, you even put your credit card in the system, so you didn't even have to think about it, right? You did nothing, and you made $170. That's your return. Let's say you're like super lazy, okay? Like, wow, you are so lazy. And you buy receipts for that month, so you don't have to dig through your stuff, right? So you don't even have to worry about your card being in the system. For 1 month of that is $110. Now, what would that cut your profits down to? $60, right? So now you don't have to do anything. You can be absolutely laying on your back sleeping, and you're still going to make money in this program. I can tell you this right now. I know of no program anywhere where you just do what you've always done, and you don't really have to do anything else, and you're going to make a positive cash flow the very first month. Literally, there's nothing out there that does that. So let's take a look at it. What happens when you do this? You want to share it with others. So that brings you into our affiliate compensation plan. That means when you tell others about it, or you set up your own additional accounts, which qualify, you now are going to be able to make a team bonus off of that every day. You're going to be able to make a leadership matching bonus off of that. You're also going to be able to make a monthly global sales bonus. And when I say this, they take a percentage of all of the global sales and they make it so that it's available to you to be able to make a portion of those. Really a remarkable compensation plan that pays you in numerous different ways, but those are the three main ways that you get paid in the compensation plan. And by the way, if you'll come back Wednesday night, we're going to go over that compensation plan so that you can understand every part of it and be able to ask questions and be able to understand it thoroughly. So now that you're in the program, what are the ways you make money? I was just talking about this again to Tice today. And what are the ways that we make money in this? The ways we make money is, first of all, we make it by $320 a month as a cashback cryptocurrency reward. The second way we make money is by the value of the token going up. I was just talking a little bit about that today, how if you'd have put $100 in and you would make your cashback reward of $100, we'll say, that $100 today, if you just kept it in, would be worth almost $400. However, if you sold it then, you would have only made $100, right? So what was the key? Not selling the token. That's why there's more demand than supply. Right there is the reason. And that's what you're seeing happen to the token. So that's another way to make money. Third way you can make money is to actually purchase a big data program. When you do that, you can make up to and over 200% of what you put in to your big data program. So those are three ways that you can make money that you don't need to tell anybody. You don't need to bring anybody in. You don't need to do any of that. That's just you putting your money in to the program. You make money off of it. Now, number 4 is really where most of the money is, in my opinion, and also I can tell you, in looking at checks, number 4 is where the money's at, and that is you build an affiliate network. What does that mean? You tell your friends, and they come in and participate. That's simple. So let's talk about the program and how it actually works. So first of all, you're going to consume. We know how to do that really well, especially in every developed country. We consume a lot of stuff. And by turning in those receipts or having the AI do it for you, you're now going to be saving money, or as I like to say, making money, right? You're going to be making tokens. And then once you've done that, what do you want to do? You want to share it with others. Those truly are the 3 steps to having financial freedom in this. Now, I've talked and touched on just a little bit of the Big Data program, and I want to talk about that just a little bit more before we end our opportunity here, because I think it would be amiss of me to not mention that. And the first thing I'd like to talk about is what we call the Big Data Daily 5K package. That package costs $5,400. That's your contribution into it. You're paid daily $34. In 1 month, you're going to receive $1,020. Now remember though, if the price is going up, what happens to that $1,020, say, in 60 days or 90 days? It also goes up in value, doesn't it? But we're not talking about the value of going up there today. We're just talking about that you make $1,020. So that means in 5 months, if the token never went up in value, you would make back your money. And then the next 5 months, you make your return. Your total that you returned or earned from this program is $10,200. On an annualized basis, that's over 200%. You could also come in, if you don't have $5,400, you could come in at the $2,000 program. This one lasts 9 months, and you make $2,700. Now, which one would you want to do? Let's see, one's over 200%. I mean, it's pretty simple. This one here is like a 30% return. Still great, right? But it's not the one that's going to be the best one, really. However, this one might be one you'd be interested in. And I would suggest either 54 or this one here. This is the $1,000 platinum program. And if you put $1,000 into this, what do you make? $2,000. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So that's over 12 months. You've doubled your money. So there's really, in my opinion, two programs you should go for in the big data. This one or the 5,400. Now, understand this one is going to be taken away, I believe, towards the end of April. That it's going to be taken, and we won't have this $1,000 one available anymore. So if you have someone that wants to join and they don't have the 5,400, you want to get in at this. As a matter of fact, if you have a position and you want to add some underneath it, you want to get these just as quickly as you can. But whatever you choose, whether it's the platinum, the daily, or the daily 5K, you want to act on it right now, because now is the time to get your valuation locked in of what you're making, because that token really has the value of it going up. And you want to get your friends locked in so they can experience that, but also you're going to start making tokens off of them. And the sooner you bring them in, the more tokens you're going to make now, and the more valuation that token goes up, the more money you're going to make. This is really a brilliant program. And I've been in this business for a while. And I can tell you, I've seen plenty of programs out there that are slimy, in my opinion, right? They are, what's the word we use for that? They are illegitimate. I can't remember the word. Scam. That's the word. They're scams. There's a ton of them out there. I would say to every 50 coins, there's one coin that's good and the rest of them are a bunch of garbage. And I've written enough of those ICOs, which is initial coin offerings. I've written white papers on them. I know about them, and I know how they're not going to work. I've also read the white paper that Brian's written on this one. This is a legit deal. This is the real one. I've had my attorneys look at it with me, but my own experience in here is enough for me to know that this is the legit opportunity for you to be able to go out and build wealth and build, I would imagine, for most people on here, more money than they probably ever made in a lifetime over the next 2 to 5 years. And that you're going to see the value of this company go up. You're going to see it traded on exchanges outside of our exchange internally. That is registered, I believe, to start trading on other exchanges the end of this year. You want to move fast. So with that, all of you that have been on this call tonight, I want to request that if someone sent you to this call, please get back to them and ask them how you can participate. What do you need to do to pay your membership into this? And what do you need to do in order to get one of those big data packages for you? Come on Wednesday night, and I'm going to show you how you make money by bringing others in an affiliate program so that you get paid. Thank you very much for being here, and I'm going to go ahead and end this recording. Somebody else is running it for me. If you could end the recording now, that'd be great. And I'm going to open it up to questions. So if anybody has any questions, you're welcome to ask. I got a chat here. Oh, hello, Lung. I hope that's the, yes, Lung, great to have you here. Fantastic. David, if you could maybe just make this, short, maybe a few minutes, if you could share with others, we have the new big data program that is the Dubai program for being able to come and participate in the Dubai event. Could you maybe share a little bit about that and why you chose to be like the first one? I mean, you were on it. And so if you could maybe tell us a little bit about that, David. And David, thanks for being here tonight.
Oh, thank you. It was a great presentation. I really enjoyed it.
Thanks,
yeah, the biggest reason I joined that Big Data Travel was it's always been a dream of traveling, and I knew I probably would never be able to travel the world. I mean, just financially, I knew I probably could never do it. So I planned on just traveling around the US, but then that opportunity popped up and I couldn't pass on it. I mean, I know you didn't talk about pricing on it or anything, but just the fact you get a great trip. Yeah, you get a great trip. It's basically like the 5K data program,
Mhm.
except the first 3 months goes out to pay for the trip. And then the last 7 months you get your cash back. And I believe it's 7,100 from a 5,400 investment. You get a trip to Dubai round trip and 7,100 back in cash back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you still
So
make a profit. You still make over two grand, and you got a trip to Dubai.
yeah, I'm a traveler now.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You can look at it
Hey,
as
hey,
a
hey, hey,
trip,
David,
right?
Hello?
David, don't forget that whenever you're in Dubai and you will get the $500 cash in the state.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's right.
I'm so excited about everything else. I forgot about the 500 cash.
Yeah, yeah, because you were one of the first 50, right? I mean, you were
Yeah.
one. And now you get an extra $500 when you get there to spend or to just put back into your program, right?
Yeah.
Why not? Why not? Well, that's cool. I appreciate
Because my company, we try to select first 50 people. There will to be the program we call like the VIP Diamond, and every year we give them the free one trip around the world. Every year,
Oh, that's awesome.
That
every
is
year
amazing.
the VIP Diamond, they will earn one trip around the world every year.
That is awesome. I didn't know that, Brian. Thank you for letting us know. You know what, David, you and I, we got to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on the agenda now. You and
Yeah,
me,
it is.
we're on the trip around the world. I'm excited to participate on that. That would be cool. Thank you, Brian. Thanks for being on the call and announcing that and letting us know. That's going to be very exciting. Very cool. Very cool. Well, thanks everyone for participating tonight. I appreciate the attendance. And again, if you want to join us, make sure you get back with the person who sent you to this call and get with them and say, listen, I want to get into this. I want to join with the membership, and then find out what way you want to be able to make your VMM cashback cryptocurrency rewards and what program you'd like to join in. And with that, I want to thank everyone for being here, and have a great night. Thank you so much for being here, folks.